It's beefaroni, it ain't brains and parts of intestines. Anyway, this is beefaroni. We're gonna be doctoring it up a bit, because why the fuck not? I feel like doing another one of these cooking videos. This is probably gonna be the last one I ever make, because fuck it. Anyway, we're gonna spice it up a little bit. Now you don't really need too much of this. It's just gonna be spiced up just like the chicken ramen, but it's not going to be as heavy. You're gonna need the same ingredients: black pepper grinder, paprika, crushed red peppers, whatever that is, garlic, and I finally got some onion powder. So you only need a little bit of each just to spice it up just a hair. Crushed red pepper doesn't matter if you want it really, really spicy. If you just want to bite into some hard fucking peppercorn, and like I said, you really only need a little bit of it. So while it's boiling away, you boil it, then you stir it just to make sure it's not, sticking to the pan like the SpaghettiOs fucking did. I'm gonna make sure it's nice and I'm gonna make sure it's hot enough. So just keep it cooking. I usually just test it with one noodle. Could go a little longer. I want to show you it's about 100 degrees. You want it to steam. When it boils, just stir it. I'm just gonna turn it on high just so it fucking... Oh, you know what? I'll leave it on low. Take your grinder. You only need a little bit. And now, this is where you don't need it to be really large. Come on, you fucker. For fuck's sake. Shit's fucking... Come on. There we go. Now you put it on the smallest setting. Do a little turn. Oh, come on. I fucking hate these caps, I swear. You only need a little bit like that. Come on, focus. So you really only need a little bit like that. Get up and in. And you can see it in there. That's done. Then we take a little bit of paprika. One son of a bitch. Now you only need a little bit of the paprika, because if you put too much paprika in there, it fucks the flavor of the sauce up. But you only need a little bit like that. A little tap of it. You don't need too much. And I know I never use any measurements, I just go by eyesight. And I really don't care for measuring too much because I am lazy. You can stir this up a bit. And then this will improve the flavor. It'll sweeten it a little bit. Because the sauce really doesn't have that much flavor to it. Now you know if it's done if you stir it and it's still boiling. Now the crushed red pepper. You only need a little bit of it, so I'll give you a demonstration of it. You really only need a couple of them, so let's get into better light. You only need a little bit of that crushed red pepper. It'll cook in, it'll melt. I just know it just fucking vanishes. I don't even know if it fucking melts or not. Now, for the main part of Cajun, you only need a little bit of this. Fuck's sake, let me just turn this off. It's probably fucking done now. You only need a little bit of Cajun, or this cayenne pepper. You just need to sprinkle it in there, just a little bit. Garlic powder sweetens the sauce a bit. Onion powder makes it a little more tart. So you put just sprinkle this in just a little bit. Just like that. You only need a little bit of garlic powder because you can overwhelm it. Onion powder, you just need a little sprinkle of it too. Is it zoomed in? Yeah, why is it zoomed in? I don't even fucking know. But you only need a little sprinkle of that. Just go over it like this. Like this. You only need to go over it just a little bit like that. Sprinkle it in there. It's like snow. Then you take your spoon, you stir it all in, and it's fucking good to go. Now let's taste test it after I mix it. Very nice, very nice. Seems like it's a little more, I don't want to say runny, but a little bit more thin, which is good. A little bit too much garlic in there, but it's good enough. It's got a kick to it. Actually, that is perfect amount. We're good. It's sweet, it's tart, and it's got a kick to it. I'm very happy with that. Yeah, that's very good. So, you only need a little bit of it, since the sauce, it already has a taste to it, but it's not as, it's not like Campbell's SpaghettiOs, where it's just like, it tastes like tomato and water. It tastes like watered down tomato. That's why you take a little bit of that garlic powder, and you sprinkle it inside of the SpaghettiOs with the onion, put a little bit of onion powder, so you sweeten it a bit. So, a little bit of onion powder, you make it a little more tart. Helps a little bit. It seems like it thinned out the sauce a bit. The sauce was pretty thick when it came out of the can, but now it's thinned out. So maybe that was the onion powder doing or something. Paprika helps it. So, makes it a little more spicy. A little bit of a kick to it. Cayenne pepper, black pepper. You only need, like I said, you only need a little bit of each of that shit that I just showed you, just to enhance it. You're not really doctoring it up, you're just enhancing the flavor to it. And you're adding a little bit of spice to it, so it's got a little bit of a kick to it, it's not bad. If you can't handle hot, spicy shit, this shit will, it depends on how much of this cayenne pepper and black pepper, crushed red pepper and shit in here. These are good for spices, this just sweetens it. So, don't put too much garlic powder because it's strong as shit. Onion powder probably would cancel one out, but you would taste onion. A lot of onion. So this shit's good for spice. You only need a little bit of each. Like I said, I mean, if you can't handle if you can handle banana pepper, if you can't handle jalapeno, if you don't handle jalapeno, this is good for you. What I just showed you, it's not as hot as jalapeno. It's just slightly less spicy than a banana pepper. But if you want to go overboard, if you go overboard with these spices, it kills it. It does something with the sauce. It just makes it bland, and all you taste is the heat. And I've had that happen a couple times. And it took me a while to finally get the perfect balance between the sauce and the spice. I realized that I didn't have to go overboard just to get a little bit of a kick. Now you could put Frank's Red Hot in it, but it just makes it a little more sweet. I don't recommend it, but if you put like a dot or two in it, then yeah, I guess you could. If you don't have any of this shit, you can put a little bit of Frank's Red Hot in there. But if you have paprika, you really don't need these three here. You need these. You need these three here, but you don't really need these. Frank's Red Hot would be good, but everybody got black pepper, so you just put black pepper in there. Optional. If you have it, good. Required. So, that's the best way to put it. So, yeah, that's about it. It's not bad at all, to be honest. I mean, you can see the pepper. You can see the pepper littering it. Very good. Some of that crushed red pepper. Like I said, I guess it just dissolves. The crushed red pepper just dissolves in there, which gives it a good kick. But crushed red pepper, if you put too much of it in there, it makes it real hot. But it gives it like a bitter taste. Same with the cayenne pepper and the black pepper. But black pepper, you have to have a hell of a lot to do it. So I'm rambling on at this point. I'm gonna eat this, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.